This is the HHT from Newport Player Guitars. It's got hip shot locking tuners, bone nut, maple neck, rosewood fretboard, roller string trees, a light neck back finish. It's got 22 super jumbo stainless steel frets. These are stainless steel frets on this. And one-piece swamp ash body, the natural finish. A flipped control plate with NPG electronics in it. The pickups are ToneRiders, which are really amazing. We'll get into that. 6-settle bridge. On this one, the selector is angled a little bit, just to be a little bit more ergonomic. And the jack is pure tone full contact, which is nice snug fit. Really great connection. It's got a tummy cut, a forearm cut, and it's super lightweight. And it's the coolest guitar. It's the nicest guitar I think I've played. The pickups are ToneRider pickups. ToneRider pickups are just incredible pickups. And these are coil tap. The way that the circuitry is the same as the other Newport Player Guitars circuits are. It's a special tone circuit, orange drop caps, hand wired, all that, and the whole thing is American made. But on this one, these humbuckers are coil tapped. But the way that the pickups sound incredible. The coil tap, the way that they did it, I think is a little bit different. But you can go on their website if you want to see more details. But the coil tap on this, so it basically turns the humbucker into a single coil, and that's done on this guitar with a push-pull on the volume knob. So, but I've never heard coil taps that sound this good. It really sounds like a Strat. So, for instance, or tapped, you can really hear that. You can really hear that single coil. Here's its humbucker. And tap. The amp I'm going through is a Latvala vintage amp, tube amp, which is it's got 6 L6s, a couple of 10-inch speakers, basically sort of like a Fender Basement or Fender Super Reverb. And I'm not going through any effects. It's just straight into the amp with a little bit of pushed a little bit. So there's the neck one split. Here's the humbucker in the bridge. and split. Just amazing, amazing sound. Just blown away by these pickups. And then the both of them split. And again, no effects, that's straight into the amp. The scale on this is actually different too. The scale, like for a Fender is, 25.5. Gibsons are like 24 3/4. This is a Gibson scale, so it's a Fender style, but it's a Gibson scale. So it's a 24 3/4. And what that does is it makes the strings a little bit easier to bend. And so tremolo's cool. And bending. So it feels really, really nice, and the frets are big. The stainless steel frets will last forever before you need to refret or need to have any fret work done on it. I think they probably play the same, but maybe they glide a little, maybe they bend a little better. I'm not sure about that, but stainless steel frets are pretty cool. Good to have. Let's see, what else about this? It's got no markers on the top. I kind of like that. I love block inlays, but no inlays is also very cool. But you've got them on the side, so you don't get lost. People watching you get lost, but you don't get lost. So, and a very articulate guitar. You can pick every note, and it just comes out. So between that and the single coil, and so to do this again, to kind of repeat that the flipped issue, and this guitar has actually some cool things too. So it's flipped, so you can access the volume for bends and swells. But not only that, the volume is real important, because the way that this works out is you can clean these up. Like if you have a lot of dirt, if I put on this isn't a distortion, this is just a boost. It's a Keeley Katana clean boost. So it's got a lot of dirt there, right? And that's all amps distortion. But I can roll back the volume and clean it up. And the boost is still on, the Katana is still on. If I turn that off, That's just the amp being pushed, but I can back the volume off. And so what happens though when you back the volume off on pretty much any guitar, it gets softer really fast, and it gets a little darker. So what this has is what other NPG guitars have in it, but this one it's removable. You can take it out of the circuit, and that's this other tone circuit where if I pull it's in the push-pull on the tone knob. So if I pull that out, it engages this other circuit, so that when I back off on the volume, it cleans up, but it stays bright. So that's a single coil tap, and taking the and adding that other circuit in there, so it stays bright when you back it off. And so what happens when you do swells with this is I can add in maybe put the katana back on and add a little echo. So that's swells with the single coil in the neck position. So I'll do it with a humbucker in the neck. So it comes in faster. With this circuit engaged, the volume comes in faster and brighter. If I take that circuit out, more of a traditional mellower swell, because it's coming in a little later, and it's also a little darker. So it's a very cool thing to kick in and kick out. For single coils, it's cool just that for that circuit, and Newport Player Guitars does that. It's just automatically that way on single coil pickups. But for humbuckers, you have the choice, and it's very cool to have the choice, because you can actually even you can use it as a boost too. So if you back off on the volume a bit, and you kick in that circuit with a push pull on the tone, it acts like a boost, and it'll actually work. So I'll put on a tube screamer, so it's going to be a lot more distortion here. It'll still clean it up. That's a tube screamer through a push amp, and it still cleans it up, especially in the... All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching, and go to the website newportplayerguitars.com, and you can learn a little bit more about it, and you can order one for yourself.